In 1059, the papacy changed forever. This was the year when the Church in Rome declared that they would be in charge of the election of the new popes themselves, freeing themselves from the Roman aristocracy, the Byzantium Eastern Empire, and the German Holy Roman Empire. A new papacy and regional power was born. Leading up to this declaration and papal decree was the Great Schism in 1054, when after a long disagreement between the Pope Leo IX in Rome and the leader of the church in Constantinople, Michael Cerularius, excommunicated each other. At the time, Cardinal Humbert walked into Hagia Sophia on July 16, 1054. Pope Leo IX had already passed away, and Humbert placed the official bull of excommunication on the altar. An era of over 700 years of a united church had ended. It was around this time the word and the concept of papacy, as different from the Pope, started to emerge. And through this new independence from Byzantium, things started to move fast. Within just 10 years, between 1056 and 1066, a small revolution had already happened with the position and the self-governance of the Church in Rome. Starting in 1056, the German Emperor Henry III appointed a new Pope, Stephen IX, but then Henry III dies and his 5-year-old son becomes the new emperor. And just 2 days later, in 1058, the new Pope Stephen IX passes away as well. The situation in Rome is then that the German Holy Roman Empire is less influential in the election of a new pope, and the two main forces in the process is the Roman aristocracy and the church itself. The aristocracy elects a new Pope Benedict X, while the church and the monks, especially with the monk Hildebrand, elects Pope Nicholas II. So in 1058, we now have 2 popes in Rome, a situation that was usually resolved by the means of force. To gain control, Pope Nicholas II builds a small army and storms the Lateran Palace in Rome, the seat of the Pope for over 700 years at the time. The other Pope, Benedict X, flees and is then excommunicated. And then more things are starting to happen fast. Pope Nicholas makes an alliance with the former enemies of the Pope Leo IX just 5 years earlier, the Normans. Nicholas offers the Normans the whole of south of Italy in exchange for military support and defense. They agree, and then Pope Nicholas captures Benedict X and places him in captivity, where he dies 10 years later. Pope Nicholas II has now deposed his rival, taking full control of the Lateran Palace, and secured an alliance with the Normans in the south, thereby also weakening the Byzantium Empire, who earlier had the claim to the southern part of Italy. Emboldened by this new situation, Pope Nicholas declares at the Easter Assembly in 1059 that the election of popes will from then on only be decided by the cardinals and the Church itself, not the Eastern or the Holy Roman Empire, and not the Roman aristocracy. The decree was called In Nomine Domini and is still in effect today for the papal elections in Rome. The election of the Pope pertains, first of all, to the cardinal bishops, who serve also as metropolitans, to the cardinal clerics and the rest of the clergy, and the people only proffer their consent to the election. By this decree, the papacy in Rome had gathered a full self-autonomy and independence from the empires. And when the allies of Pope Nicholas, the Normans, conquered Britain in 1066 and the whole of south of Italy in 1071, the position and autonomy of the new papacy was further greatly strengthened. The Pope and the Papacy had now in some ways become the new emperors of the city-state of Rome.